Hello. I thought I'd make this quick little video to walk through the decision-making process involved in doing a one-sample analysis. What kind of statistical tests are appropriate for the kinds of data you have. Now, the first question you have to ask yourself is, what kind of data do you actually have? Is it some sort of measurement data, counts, racial, ordinal data, or is it something categorical, where you have counts of individuals, but they can be classified into one of two distinct states. So alive, dead, heads, tails. If it's this latter category, you're probably going to do a binomial or signs test. Now, what if the data is a measurement or count ratio data? Well, you have to ask yourself, is the data normally distributed? And you determine this using the Shapiro-Wilks test, where the null hypothesis being that the distribution was drawn from a population that has a normal distribution, the alternate being that it's not. So if the data does appear to be normally distributed, then you'd go ahead and do a one-sample t-test to test the location of the mean and or obtain the 95% confidence intervals for that value. If the data is not normally distributed, that is, you rejected your null hypothesis of your Shapiro-Wilks test, that doesn't mean that it's the end of the game, because there's lots of different options. One thing you have to ask yourself, though, is can you make it resemble a normal distribution through transformation? So we've talked about the arcsine transformation, the square root transformation, and the log 10 transformation. So look at the kind of data you have, look at the differences, at the relationship between the size of the mean to the median, and try those different things out. If you can make it normally distributed, then you can use the t-test on the transformed data. If, however, your transformations are unable to make the data normally distributed, then you would take your untransformed data and do a non-parametric test. Now, what kind of non-parametric test is appropriate would depend partially on whether your distribution it looks symmetrical or not. The Wilcoxon one-sample test that tests the location of the median assumes the distribution looks symmetrical. That's vaguely defined. And the Wilcoxon one-sample test is by far the most common one-sample non-parametric test. But if you were really not very confident in your distribution being symmetrical, you could always test the location of the median using a binomial sign test. So each and one of your cases, look, is it above or below a certain threshold value, your hypothesized mu value, and do a binomial test on those values, with the null assumption being that they should be equal. I hope this has been helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Take care. Bye.